Hi everyone, this is Eric Sloov at the VMworld 2016. I'm at the Solutions Exchange and I'm at the booth of Stacksware and I'm joined by Rahul Mitra. Rahul, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Stacksware is a new company. You founded it with 5 of your friends. You're from the Stanford University. What does Stacksware do?
Stacksware does real-time application monitoring and metering for virtual, physical environments, whether it's a desktop, server. We can tell exactly what software is running on that machine, who's used it, how much it's been used, etc.
So you mean that if you're running in a VDI environment or in a physical environment, you want to know if a certain database or a certain Word instance or another application, you want to know the footprint, the memory footprint, the amount of CPU, the disk size that it's using. You can monitor externally from the machine?
So we can see exactly what software applications are running. We don't do the particular CPU and all of that, but we can see from the process signature to exactly what application is running. And from there we can see where are things installed, where are things being used. We can tie into Active Directory to see the users that are using them. If it's VDI, we can see the devices, all of that. And from there we can create basically an understanding of exactly how your software is being used across your entire environment. So that helps for things like license compliance. You can see, how much am I actually using my Word software? Am I using too much? If my license is entitled to 1,000 copies, am I using 1,500? That's a out of compliance fee. Or conversely, only 10 people are using it, I can cut all that unused software.
So we know that there are a lot of software metering tools out there, and most of them are just harvesting the registry keys from add and remove programs, and that's the list they're showing. If a user is using a TIN-up, for instance, and it's not registered in the registry at all, are you still able to monitor those applications?
That's a great question. So we are one of the only application providers out there that can see, we work directly out of the box with app volumes, TIN-app, Zen app, all of that. So if the application is running, we're able to pick all of that up. We of course also do the registry values, but that's not the only way we get data. Furthermore, we're one of the only solutions on the market that can do non-persistent VDI. So we can check if you've got a golden image and you're spinning that up to hundreds of other images and then they spin back down. We don't just put an agent on there and then it gets copied. We actually talk to the hypervisor, can figure out exactly which machines have been cloned and account for those accordingly.
Okay, so the major software vendors, are they using your software? Are they believing you? Are they saying, well, if you meter it with AppStacks, then it's okay, then it's a valid list?
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, it's up to the organization itself to make sure that they're in compliance. So they can use Stacksware to determine, know their actual true numbers, and then, if they get audited, they're still going to have to prove that, Stacksware isn't used by Microsoft necessarily to make sure, but the organization can tell and know that their license counts are accurate.
So there are different applications. Some executables can also be viruses. Do you have some kind of alerting when illegal applications are used by your end users?
That's a great question. So because everything's captured in real time, we can tell exactly when an executable is run within 3 to 4 seconds in the dashboard, and you can set notifications. So you can set a whitelist or a blacklist and say, I only want these things to run, or conversely, if these specific executables run or are installed, get a notification in real time. So you can absolutely do something like that.
That sounds great. Well, many thanks for the interview. Have a great VMworld and good luck with your startup.
Thank you very much.